what could make us happy with my partner? Uh, this is Julia, 1991.
Yulia, 1991. So what would make her happy with her partner?
Mhm.
Okay, so is she wanting to know like for herself, or does she want her partner to be happy?
For herself, yes.
For herself.
Or maybe,
Yeah.
maybe you could check if they feed each other and
Yeah.
see, yeah, what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a look. So right away we're feeling a lot of tension. So in the neck, the shoulders, and there's like a burden. So she's like this. So if we were gonna show you what to us, what she looks like this. So maybe she looks really good on the outside, but energetically, she looks like this. So she has become depleted energetically. She has become energetically depleted. So we're seeing her like this. It actually takes a lot of effort for her to like you shouldn't have to pick yourself up. So we're saying she's thinking, I gotta pick myself up. But we're saying you don't you're not supposed to need to pick yourself up. You should just be up yourself, like just up. So we're gonna look at, what's causing the depletion, and then how come she's not upright? Like why is she not upright? Why is she like this? So we're saying that there is a lot of tension. So we're just releasing again using the hair because the hair has like that antennas. So if we can release quickly. So we're always wanting to do like, okay, what can we do quickly to, release energetically? So it gives everybody a boost. Um, so we're just releasing the body, releasing the tension in the neck. So it's both sides, but mostly on the right, which is this life now. So we're not seeing this connected to another time space. It's this life now, this relationship now. So let's see. Now that we're releasing the tension in the neck, and she's dehydrated, so she needs to drink more water. It can be like boiled water, like tea, but she can just drink it plain. Doesn't have to put any flavoring in it, but she's dehydrated. So we're just gonna up her levels of hydration, and that's through the cells. So we're gonna actually ground her to Gaia, which is new Earth. So 7th, 8th, 9th dimension. So regular Earth, with all the wars and all the fighting, is 1, 2, and 3 density. So not much light. So new Earth is shifted to 4, 5, 6, and then Gaia, which is the regular Earth, the illumined Earth, is 7, 8, 9. So if we just connect her with the consciousness of Gaia, then it's a lot more, we can do a lot more. So we're just going to connect her to Gaia. So just imagine there's like a crystalline grid and roots kind of coming through your legs, through your feet, through kind of like to the center of the earth. But the center of earth is like illuminated with like a crystalline grid. So that's where all the crystals are. That's where all the gold, all the precious stones, semi-precious stones, the crystals. So we're seeing right away a ruby steps forward for her, a crystal, or a ruby is a precious stone. Yeah. So a precious stone, a ruby, has stepped forward for her. So it's going to help her with her blood. Yeah, her blood. And then we're going to bring in the hydration through the crystalline grid from Gaia, which is new Earth. It's a lot faster for us to work when we connect to 7, 8, 9 dimension. So we're just going to bring in the water into all of the cells. We're going to bring in the vitamins into all the cells, but from Gaia. So just we're going to replenish her system. And then the rubies are going to work with her blood. So we're hearing like a clearing, kind of like a clearing and an activating. So she's gotten quite depleted. And so there's been like she's been overcompensating, like trying so hard, overcompensating. And we're saying you don't need to do that. Okay. Even in relationships, you're married, not married, engaged, not engaged. You don't need to try so hard. Okay. So especially when and you're depleted, you don't try so hard, right? So bring your energy in. So we're just showing her to bring her energy into her inner being, in her inner body, and then anchoring to Gaia, to the crystalline grid. So she's very grounded. And then through the heart, she's connected to the divine, to source consciousness. And then she's, her posture, she's kind of, she's not slumped over anymore. So she's starting to feel the energy kind of coming in, the energy transformation. And then the rubies are still working with her blood. So this is energy work. So it's not like regular stuff, regular work. So, and it's all by suggestion and invitation. So it's free will. So we're just gonna kind of breathe to kind of get her body used to, okay, breathing. She can breathe because it's hard to make decisions or to see what's happening when your body's depleted and then your whole system is depleted. So there's been an energy leak through her root chakra, the first chakra, so the chakra in between the legs. We're just releasing as much as we can through her hair. And if you don't have hair, it can be your scalp. So, but we're just going to release and then see how much we can release. Okay, that was good. So she actually, that made her feel really good. She's like, that felt really good. So, why is she depleted? She's overgiving for one. She's way overgiving. And yes, she's smart. Yes, she's helpful. Yes, she can do it fast. Yes, she can do it easily. But we're saying, but pause, because you didn't notice when you got depleted. And now you're way depleted. So you didn't even notice when you were starting to get messages that you were being depleted. So it's like automatic, I can do it. I can help. I can do it. She's doing everything. And then, but she didn't notice that in all of that outward action, she wasn't receiving. So she got depleted. So there should be a flow, right? In relationships, like they help you and you help them, like there's a flow back and forth. So that's what they've been missing. There is not this flow. So she got depleted in this dynamic because there wasn't this flow back and forth. So we're just suggesting to her to look at, okay, wait, like offer, but then don't double, triple offer. Just offer and then wait. Do and then wait. And so if you're doing, giving, giving, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, right? And then there's no reciprocation, and it feels like you're trying. So creates quite an agitation in her, actually. She doesn't like it, but she doesn't know what to do to make it better. But we're saying what makes it better actually is to stop, pause. Just, you don't have to stop forever, but just pause. Pause and wait for your energy to come back, your energy to come back from Earth, but the new Earth. So we're connecting with the new Earth, with Gaia. So that's the most consciousness of Earth. And then we're saying, okay, get back into your center, get back into your heart, connect to the earth, connect to Gaia, and breathe and wait. You offered, you stepped forward. Okay, now what is the other person going to do? And then it might be like hours go by. Okay, we're waiting. And you might have to wait for a long time, but it's going to take some um, patience because you're used to stepping forward. You're used to being fast and I can do it. I can do it, you know. But your body is saying it's depleted and way, way depleted. So now you're no longer like this, slumped over, you're like sitting up. And then we're bringing in the energy actually through your blood and then through the cells. And then hydrating the cells, which then hydrate the whole body, the whole system. So it's like the car hasn't been serviced. That's what we want to use the example. The car hasn't been serviced for a long time, and it's like the car is like because everything's dusty, musty. Not her, she's not the car. The dynamic, the relationship dynamic. She's not like that. She's good. So, and he's good, but we're saying, like he needs to become aware of who he's with and participate, have more of a flow, have more, one person tosses the ball and then the other person tosses the ball, and then one person tosses the ball and then the other person tosses the ball. It's not like I come home and there's like the refrigerator's full and then all the food and all the things are done and all the clothes are done. It's like, okay. All right. But what about the human beings, right? What about the interaction? So that's what we just want to say to her, to just see and pay attention to the flow. She's overgiving, so which is good. She has a good heart, but if it's from sacrifice, then that's not the heart. That's from the mind. That's from the ego. That's not the heart would never sacrifice itself. The heart actually is very strict about respect and love. The heart is not romantic in the way that we've been told. It is very strict. There's two rules: respect, back and forth, and love, back and forth. And that's it. But it's very strict. The rest is like decoration, but those are the two essential. So when we're looking at, okay, where's the love and where's the respect? There's the respect between people, but there's also your own self-respect. And then we're always, like the scales of justice, we're always looking at, okay, how is it being balanced? And if one person is depleted, how come? How come? How come this dynamic is requiring one to be so depleted that they almost can't sit upright? Right? So we're going to bring in what are we going to bring in? Feels like we were very strict in that moment, and it's all for learning so that nobody has done anything wrong. So even if it sounded kind of strict, it was more just we want to clarify the dynamic. It's a reciprocal relationship. So okay, so let's take a look. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some pink light and just really bring in that unconditional love so they can feel like what they felt like when they were children, when they felt free and they felt the sun and they felt, like that they had this freedom. And so we think if they remember themselves when they were little and remember that freedom, that unconditional love will get activated in their hearts, and then it will be easier to reciprocate with each other. So, and you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that is doing all the giving, because on some level, you're going to have to pay that back. So maybe that person's getting depleted now, but it's not like, you're getting a whole bunch and that other person is getting depleted. If you're with somebody and they're getting depleted, that, that's not going to be good for you either. So don't think that you win if people give you a lot. It's that you're not going to win. You have to also be, seeing, okay, what does my partner need? Okay, how can I help? You know, how can I love them better? How can I support them? You can't just be like sitting back and everybody gives me everything because you're going to have to pay that back. There's no free ride in consciousness. Okay, it's all one. So it's not like all energy just goes to one person and then the one person's just the receiver. Oh, look at me. I have all this power and energy because, I'm being fed all the time. But where's your own energy? Are you connecting to Earth? Are you bringing in the energy from Earth? Are you bringing in the energy through your heart? Are you bringing in good intentions? Are you bringing in love? When you're in connection and friendship, you need the love and respect. You need the reciprocation. You need the flow, right? That's what everybody loves, the theta brain state, the flow state. It's like everybody loves it. So, but that in relationship, that flow state needs to be there. So, yeah. So if you are in a relationship and you're the one receiving a lot, so don't think that that isn't going to be balanced out. So the scales of balance will always measure everything. So, you know, so it's actually not good for you to not participate and not help and not step forward and not be loving because that you think that you're receiving a lot right now, but the scales of justice will balance and usually if somebody has been receiving a lot and then the scales of balance come in, they don't like it. Because then they have to look at, well, where's my energy coming from? Oh, the other person. And they're not connecting with their own energy. So then they haven't developed themselves. So it can be quite a big shock. So we're saying for both, it's not good for the overgiving, and it's actually not to be, it's not actually, well, we're never going to judge, but we're saying look at it. If you're the one and you put yourself in a position where everybody gives to you, there's 8 people around and they're all giving to one person, and that other person is very stingy. And then I'm not saying, that either of them is stingy, but let's just say this example, they're very stingy. And we know people, like that, where they're very stingy and they hold everything tight and they just want everybody giving to them. Well, that scale is going to balance at some point, and you're not going to like it because all that energy that you've been drawing in and you haven't been balancing it, it's going to have to be balanced at some point. So, yeah. So she's surprised, but she gets it. That's what we're hearing. She's surprised, but she gets it. And now she sees what's happening. And she says it's going to be very easy to do this. She knows, she remembers. So, and then we brought in the unconditional love, which is like, a real boost, we're really giving them a chance to have like a real, unconditional love, and just bringing in the unconditional love, the pink light, to really give them that boost to have a fresh start. So a fresh start with each other, because, if somebody all of a sudden, whoa, it clicks and then they awaken and they're like, oh, wow, I've been like, not being in the flow, you know, the flow of love and relationship. I'm not in the flow. And then you have a moment of awakening. Oh, wait, I could lose this person because I'm not in the flow, of respect and love. So yeah, we're just clearing a little bit more with the hair, with the antenna, just so that she really feels it in her nervous system. So we're just doing the hair like right where the nervous system is in the spine, so that she can really feel that alignment. And then we're just giving them like this, like we're seeing it kind of like like sprinkles, like this. It's like gold light, but it's like pink, that unconditional love pink, that light, fluffy pink light. So and that should give them a nice boost. So we can leave it at there. Yeah, we can leave it there. So thank you.